everybody, and welcome to another video. This is going to be another live stream. I am your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I will be your captain for today's flight. And today what we will be doing, it is a very early morning in the country of the Netherlands in Europe. We're sitting at the general aviation parking at the Eindhoven airport, and we will be doing a VOR to VOR flight. It was generated by the Microsoft Flight Simulator, and our destination will be the Barcelona airport, the Josep Tarradellas Barcelona Prat airport. It is somewhat of a tongue twister. The en route time should be around 4 hours and 30 minutes, I believe, 4 hours and 50 minutes. Not exactly sure. But we loaded the aircraft with full fuel, so hopefully we'll be able to get off the ground. Not really sure how this is going to work out, but nonetheless, here we are. As you can see, we got the Piper PA44 Seminole for today's flight, and we have our own whiskey for Papa 812 number on the side of our aircraft. And it is very early morning. We're doing real world time and real world weather, and you can see the sun is just about rising above the horizon. So, well, it's going to be a long flight, and I probably might go AFK and have a marvelous little nap in the back of the aircraft. So let's just get ourselves inside and close the door and scoot into the correct place. It's Bianca. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Bob. Apologies, Bob. Thought you were Bianca. Could you send Bianca my regards, please? Thank you, Bob. I do appreciate. Hopefully he did not hear us. We did not have the window open. That is always good. You know, if you call people by the wrong name, sometimes people do not like it. Other people find it funny. Okay, so let's start up the battery in the alternator left, right, and let's start up the left, or the left and right magnetors for the left engine and the left and right magnetors for the right engine. These will start up, fuel pumps can go on, and obviously we will need to, excuse the poor camera angles there, fuel pump selector, and we go full reach on the mixture. So let's just get this aircraft started up, and we'll have a look at the flight plan in the GPS. I must confess I have little to no experience with using the flight planner in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Usually I just either fly VOR to VOR myself using the SkyVector website, or I just create a flight plan on the SimBrief website. Actually, never I really use the Microsoft Flight Simulator for that purpose. For today's flight, I just use it at my own convenience. We'll find out how convenient that convenience is going to turn out. So let's start up engine number 1. I should have shouted clear prop at that guy, but I forget. Okay, so we got 2 fuel tanks that are filled up. That's good. Fuel pressure is there. The engines are started up. So let's warm these suckers up a little bit. without doing that. Okay. Let me quickly set the altimeter. Today we're just going to use the Bravo key. Oh look, we got our Callsign here as well. Okay, so we turn on all the lights. So, well, here is then the flight plan by the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I honestly have no clue how this is going to work out. Perhaps we can have a look at the VFR map. Should probably say the flight plan on there as well, which would be probably a lot clearer. Well, at least to me. I hope it's still generating. Yes, it was. There you go. So it's taking us from VOR to VOR to VOR. It's actually not a lot of VORs. That is quite interesting. So this is going to be interesting because usually when flying VOR I would actually use the autopilot into the V-lock mode. But I believe I wouldn't be surprised if we could still choose GPS, since the flight plan has been loaded into a GPS. But let's just try GPS to begin with. Hopefully I do not have to change all the frequencies. That was my whole point of convenience, because I actually might step to the back there and have a little nap for some AFK flying. I know it's not the most social thing to do, but I really do not care. So there you have it. So on that note, thank you very much for watching this video. And obviously, if there is anything that you would like to see or like to request, then leave a comment down below, and perhaps one day I will not go away and sleep and actually engage, you know what I mean. So we'll put this to the nav. Let me just quickly check. Yes, we can put this to the nav, just armed. We did not turn on the GPS or the autopilot just yet, so let's leave that at nav for now. So I think we should be getting ready to taxi. I do want to know what is our departure runway. We could perhaps have a look outside. Oh, this is the wrong one. It's the sim brief. First the weather, please. So let's get the meter. So we got 3030 at 4 knots, so we'll be using runway 02. No, wait, that is, what is the runway here again? So we'll be taking off this direction. Seriously, you're kidding me? Well, that is fucking marvelous. I mean, that is flipping marvelous. Okay, so we will, where's the taxiway? Oh, it's fairly easy. Pull back here, get onto the taxiway, drive south, and hop onto the runway. Okay, I should be able to do that. Okay, so we're setting flaps for the takeoff position. Bob, we're going, man. See you later. Okay, so Bob has been notified as well. See if there's any information here for today that we could use, since we're loaded up quite heavily, but not really sure. Fuel and power chart. Don't believe I see the information that I am looking for. Basically what I would like to know is the takeoff speeds. Does this one have information on it as well, perhaps? No? Alright, no problem. We'll make do. So let's look outside here. Okay, so we're ready to go. So let's get the hell out of here and let's fly to Spain. Yo, let's not watch that horrible scenario there. Look all as well. Okay, let's just be gentlemen. And stick to the yellow taxi light. Let me double check quickly if the check 1 2, if the sound is okay. I think the sound should be fine. Looks like it's a beautiful day in the Netherlands. The Eindhoven airport. I believe it's like a smaller airport, like a regional sort of airport. Obviously in the Netherlands there is the Amsterdam Schiphol airport, which is one of Europe's, I believe, one of actually the biggest airports. It's very busy. Lots of international flights to and from. It would be crazy if it were only two or if it were only from, right? I mean, but yeah, nonetheless. So, yeah, so as I said, it's a rather small airport here. It is not necessarily one of the biggest players, but and just to be sure, let's just take use the entire length of the runway, or at least make sure we are able to. I'm probably making a fuss over nothing. This is a single, it's a dual prop airplane. It is relatively powerful. It's not the most powerful, but it is relatively powerful. So we should have no problems taking this thing off fully loaded up with fuel. It's just that I'm usually, not really managing the fuel like I am in the Airbus or something, Usually for the flights that I do with this aircraft, I don't actually honestly check what the fuel on board really is. I just see if there is any fuel and it doesn't look strange, and then I'm good. But this is going to be quite a long flight, so obviously it would be embarrassing to wake up and to find the aircraft crashed due to it running out of fuel, So that's a nice thing with the autopilot. just you know, step into the back seat there and put the chairs down a little bit, you know, and turn them into a little bed, and just you know, get your blanket out and a little pillow, you know, and you could just close your eyes. It's like any proper real world pilot probably would do. You know, you just engage the autopilot and you step away from the flight deck. I mean, you know, it's not like you're flying over people's lives or anything, you know. You know, it's not like there's any danger involved, you know, potentially, you know, flying a piece of machinery at high speeds that is filled with a very flammable fuel and combustion processes and everything, you know, it's nothing like that, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's have a look. Well, let's go the extra mile. Oh, look, there's an incoming aircraft. Oh, that's cool. Let's have a look at that if we can. Where's my mouse, man? It's a Wizz Air. Cool, there's a Wizz Air landing right now at the Eindhoven airport. That was really cool. Fortunately, the Microsoft Flight Simulator sometimes eat the mouse. So your cursor just go away. It was a gift from Microsoft Flight Simulator when they did the SIM update 5 and decided, you know what, sometimes your mouse can go. So I am using real world flights in the flight simulator, and I'm also using a modification that I got from, I believe it was from the Aerosoft website, aerosoft.com, for about 15 euros, I believe it was. And then yeah, you will actually have real world liveries at the correct airports, so that's pretty cool. Well, the least we could do is line up, I guess. Let's check the right one more time. There's no incoming aircraft. Okay, so let's get ourselves lined up here. And hopefully we'll be on our way to Spain. So as I said, there are no real clues as to the takeoff speeds. That's going to be affected by the amount of fuel that we're currently carrying. And as I also said, probably getting worked up over nothing. Well, actually, in fact, I'm not really worked up. I'm quite chilled, but is that the aircraft still taxiing, rolling out and then to taxi off the runway? I cannot really see. And obviously we do not have ATC. There's no control. Looks like there might be an aircraft there, but what do you say? Shall we just go for a little bit of adventure? So let's have a look what we're going to do. Let's start by setting the heading bug to the runway heading. And maybe even we put this into the heading first, just to be safe. Do I think that's necessary? No, I do not. Let's zoom in a little bit on our location. So we're going to be taking off to 030 and then we'll probably do a right turn. and then we connect with our flight plan. So the autopilot is still off. That is good. One more look outside. There's the sun coming up in Europe. If there was traffic on the runway, that should now be gone. So let's just get this thing going. Full power. And let's go to Spain, people. Faster, and now we just take off here. There you go. Okay, so positive rate, gear go up. The flaps can go up as well. Let's climb at around 1500 feet per minute. So this is off in the early morning in Eindhoven, Netherlands, in Europe. So let's get some altitude in first. Before we turn around and hook up with our flight plan. So climbing through 2,300 feet. So let us just turn on the autopilot and see if it's going to work for us, and it looks like it is. Just keep the nose up, please. And it's not doing it, so let me quickly disengage the autopilot here. And try and not overstress the aircraft. My apologies for that. Okay, so something that I noticed with the autopilot, when you engage, it seems to want to be set. I've had this happen before. It is on altitude which it should not be. Vertical speed, so let's just first keep on climbing about 800 feet per minute. There you go, you can see it's going to climb 800 feet per minute. I do like the early morning sun look. to the autopilot, now making sure that we, well, I hope it is, we're getting lined up with our flight line. And there it goes, taking a left turn for us. So it is following navigation, and the navigation is following the GPS. The GPS is showing our flight plan. Estimated time en route is 4 hours and 24 minutes. We're almost at 4,000 feet. Let's have a look at the VFR map, because I would like to know if we can expect higher elevation. Doesn't look like any really significantly high. This is starting to get higher, these darker patches. This is definitely somewhat higher. This a little bit. Maybe if you go to like 8,000 feet or something, it should probably be fine. And I'm thinking we could maybe consider checking the SkyVector website in any case, just so they get some more clearer picture. Let me set this up for you. Not be having a full flight plan there, but it will provide us at least with some situational awareness with regards to the altitude that we can be expecting. See if this works. There you go. So basically, this would be in a straight line, like a direct waypoint, direct flight line. Obviously we'll be going over some VOR. So here is indeed, there is some elevation. Highest point here is 5.9. So 8,000 feet should be fine for us. There was also something higher. This actually is fine. Or maybe here. What do we have here? We'll not be going over the Alps. Now I think I have seen enough. So for now we just keep on climbing a little bit longer. You can turn off the fuel pumps. once we reach 8,000 feet, we'll just press the altitude button. Hopefully we're going to keep our altitude steady at 8,000 feet then. So it's holding steady, a little over 8,000 feet. This was due to the mouse cursor going, so when I click there's nothing because there's no cursor. It's a little gift from Microsoft. I see something interesting here. It looks like, let's get a little closer. It looks like it. This is the reverse button. No approach. Go to nav. Let's not break it. Okay, we are still on course. Just a sigh of relief there. Power down a little bit. We do not want to keep on kicking the engine's ass. Is this working for us or is it just randomly showing us anything? That's what I said, I do not really have the experience. We're going from Eindhoven to Sierra Delta, India. So what we could maybe do, Sierra Delta, India, let's have a look at Skyvector. Find Sierra Delta India perhaps? What is it, this one? No clue how to find this. Good, we type it in, Sierra Delta India. How's that going to work out for us? We enter. Look at that, there you go. That's pretty cool. And the Sierra Delta India has 114.0. But the 114.0 does not appear to be dialed in or anything. Could maybe try, but let's just not mess with it. I wouldn't know, I do not want to break it. What I was wondering is it counting down towards our current VOR, yes or no? There should be 45 nautical miles remaining. So that could be the first leg. I do not think so. The first leg is 170 nautical miles. I will show you again. First leg, because here is 170 miles to Sierra Delta India. So this would mean that we are now halfway, or not even halfway, actually, even way past it. So I do not believe that. Our speed is 112 nautical miles. Knots, I mean. So now it's taking about a 5-hour and 20-minute flight. Could also have a look, maybe if there's the flight plan, probably you could find it in the GPS. If I were a GPS, I would definitely be transparent about it. There you go. So the next waypoint would be Mike Oscar Uniform. Mike Oscar Uniform. Let us cap it. And that seems to work out as well. So that's good. How do we navigate through the list? No, this one. I know I just did the same thing again, but sometimes I need to try it a couple of times. It was the outer one, wasn't it? There you go. Sierra Tango India Sierra. Mike Echo November. Papa Golf. Papa Golf, Sierra Lima Lima, that would probably conclude the VOR list. And then Barcelona VOR PCR. That should be it. And there's the airport, Barcelona. Okay. So now we could actually dial in the. We basically do no longer need the GPS. We are actually going to use it though, because I'm not going to be sitting here here today for about 4 to 5 hours. Some days I do. Today I probably will not, but we'll see. Dial it in. What if we change this? Aircraft going to turn. No, that's good. 114.0. I believe you can maybe actually also dial it here, and it will change it up here as well. So it would seem that we're 128 nautical miles then. That would make a little bit more sense. In the previous flight simulators, there was always the opportunity, the option to declutter. I have not found it in this one. But decluttering can be really nice, because sometimes it just gets a little way too busy and there's nothing, you just end up not looking at it, because it'll just keep your sanity, you know what I mean. So here we are, on our way to Spain. Dial up the next VR as well. So let's have a look at that. The Mike Oscar uniform. It is 116.7. So let's enter that as well. 116.7. It's not going to do anything for us just now, but later on, all we have to do once we reach the first VOR, we just flip this switch here, flip the switch over, change this to around, and we'll have the DME. So far everything's looking good. We're loaded up with a lot of fuel. See, it's almost bursting there. Altitude holding at 1,000 feet. happy with the whiskey for Papa 812 at the side of our aircraft. It's always nice. I was looking earlier, you could see these clouds there, but it sort of made it look a little bit like big chunks of ice. You know, like you imagine flying at the somewhere at one of the polar circles, and you could see all these big chunks of ice. Luckily, we are not. We are in Europe, where there's not too much ice, fortunately. But who knows, we might be getting another ice age. But you know, humans, we have survived ice ages. We could survive another one. Well, or I hope. But it would be cool, man. I see the landing lights are still on, so let's turn off the landing lights for now. My flight, Microsoft Flight Simulator might actually be hanging. That would be a shame, please do not. Let's not mess with it. Try and give it some time, see if it's going to recover. But I fear the worst. It's a marvelous piece of engineering, right? Like, I believe the mouse should still be streamed, even though the application itself is hanging. But I will not be able to zoom in or anything. But this here would be some of the V speeds, but I cannot zoom in on it right now. I will not try actually, because it looks like the simulator might be, it looks like it might be hanging. Manager says flight simulator is not responding. Whiskey for Papa 812, 20 on all stations. We get a non-responding program on board. Please assist. Whiskey for Papa 812, 20 on all stations. We got a non-responding program on board. Please assist. I do not believe task, which I will not yet do. Oh, I hate this. Class resource value, sure, whatever, memory, percentages, no, do not consider, provide feedback, not now. Because details of a file location search online properties. No, there's nothing we can do about this. So, it's quite interesting. What was going to be a 4-hour flight turned out to be a 40-minute stream. Simply, well, perhaps another gift from the Microsoft and the Ensemble studio. We're eternally grateful for crashing not the aircraft but the entire team. So let's write a song about Microsoft. It's just like, you know, Arkady, screw you, you know? Who gives a damn about what you're trying to do here? So, yeah. So that's it. Thank you everybody for checking. I do apologize for the crashing of the ship. It will go down in history. Fortunately, if anything crashes, it's not the aircraft, at least it's the program itself. So it's not directly pilot error. Probably not even indirectly, to be fair. It's probably just crappy software. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for checking, and I'm probably not going to be streaming. Not going to come back with the same stream. So it will just be continued in another one. Hopefully see you next time. Looking forward to it. Everybody have a good day. Be kind to one another. I'm your personal funky team pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I was your captain for today until the Microsoft Flight Simulator decided to crash on us. Okay? Stay well. See you later. Bye-bye.